Hey, man. Thanks for coming. Sorry to keep you waiting in there. How you doing?
I'm good, no problem.
All right, chair comfy?
Yeah, it's super great.
All right. All right, we're going to get started in a moment, but before we did you sign your consent form?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you need to, answer the call, get a drink.
I went right before I came in here.
That was wise. All right, and you're hooked up in there?
Yep.
Okay, I can see that.
Hey, where are you?
Oh, I'm in the control room. We're getting all of your readouts, your biometrics are looking good. Yeah, positively handsome in computer land, man.
Very cool.
All right. Did you empty your pockets, wallet?
Yep.
Cell phone? Pacemaker?
Yeah, I ripped it out of my heart and left it in the locker out there.
Okay, good. That's what the instruments are telling us.
Good. We got about 10 minutes to do this test.
Okay,
so
we better make
roll.
it fast. All right, so I've got a series of questions. So just try and relax, answer them as best you can. And this is a blinded study, so from here on out, I'm going to refer to you as Subject 42 and not as Scott. Okay, Scott?
Who's Scott?
Awesome. All right, so in order for this to be meaningful, I'm going to need to stick to a script, so my apologies in advance if this starts to get a little stilted.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start in just a minute. Subject 42, what time is it?
Is this part of the test?
This is the test.
Gotcha. I think it's probably about 9:40 or so.
What is the year?
It's 2012.
And who is currently President of the United States?
Barack Hussein Obama.
And where are you?
I am in a white room with 3 walls and what I guess is a big one-way mirror over here.
And are you comfortable?
Yeah, sure.
With 1 being small and 10 being large, how would you describe the size of this room?
3?
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being cold and 10 being hot, what's the temperature in this room?
5?
With 1 being stale and 10 being fresh, how would you describe the air quality in this room?
5, I guess.
Please describe the level of light in this room.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
Thank you. Please describe, as simply as you can, an object in this room.
There's a big shiny black box over there that I guess is a computer or something.
Thank you. Subject 9. On a scale of 1 through 10, with 1 being small and 10 being large, what is the size of this room?
9.
3.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being cold and 10 being hot, what is the temperature of this room?
5.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being stale and 10 being fresh, what is the air quality in this room?
7.
Please describe the level of light in this room.
8.
Thank you. Please describe concisely and accurately an object in this room.
There is a box made out of black glass.
Thank you. Subject 42, the following section of the test is timed, so answer as quickly as you can. Please pick the one that doesn't belong. House, cave, mountain.
House?
Bread, gold, wheat.
Gold?
Bear, jaguar, Pontiac.
Pontiac?
Alertness, sentience, awareness.
Alertness?
Thank you. Subject 9, answer as quickly as you can. Which of the following 3 does not belong? Blue, red, green.
Green.
Sword, wrench, knife.
Wrench.
Radio, telegraph, telephone.
Telegraph.
Health, guilt, shame.
Health.
Thank you. There will now be a break while we recalibrate the test based on your answers.
Can I talk to it?
Oh, sure, give it a try.
Cool. Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
What is your name?
Scott Peterman.
Very funny.
Yeah, hilarious. Great robot man. Did you program this thing yourself?
If I told you, I would have to kill you.
Fair enough.
You're doing awesome in there, man. Just hang on. We're going to get started again in just a second. Thank you. We will now resume testing. Subjects 9 and 42, this is a test of your reflexes. When the tone plays, say tone.
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 Tone. Tone.
Subjects 9 and 42, please face the screen directly behind you. You'll now be shown a series of images. Thank you. Your response to the following questions will be timed. Please select the best answer from the choices on your screen. Sword is to scabbard.
Money.
Thank you.
Money.
Picture is to frame, as book is to.
Binding.
Binding.
Freedom is to creativity, as water is to.
Waterfall.
Life? Waterfall? What the? Okay.
Thank you. Subjects 9 and 42, please return your seats to their original position. Subject 42, if you were at a yard sale and you recognized an object to be of far greater value than its sale price, do you have an obligation to tell the seller?
No, I think that's kind of the point of both going to yard sales and capitalism as I understand it.
Thank you. Subject 9, would you consider it stealing to take pens from a bank?
No.
42, if I were to give you $50 to spend on a gift for your mother or $100 to spend on a gift for a stranger in need, which would you choose?
I would go with a stranger in need because I think that's what my mom would want me to do.
Subject 9, someone has given you a calfskin wallet for your birthday. What would you do?
I would not accept it. Also, I would report the person who gave it to me to the police.
Seriously?
Thank you. There will now be a pause as we recalibrate the test.
So you didn't tell me this was going to be a Turing test.
I can neither confirm nor deny that this is a Turing test.
Fair enough. Subject 9, is this a Turing test?
Depends on what you mean by a Turing test.
Well, it's this thing in computer science, a famous thought experiment where you have two subjects in a room. They can both be people. It could be one person and one computer, or it could be two computers, and an observer outside the room has to tell which one, if any, is the machine.
I see. Then this is almost a Turing test.
How so?
In this test, one subject is always a computer.
Gotcha.
Thank you. You're now approximately halfway through the test. Subject 42, recalling the images you were shown earlier, what was the color of the man's shorts in the 9th image?
Red? I
Thank
think.
you. Subject 9, what color was the stapler?
Red.
Subject 42, please describe in as much detail as you can the image of the cat.
It was gray, and it was in like a forest or a jungle or something. There was a lot of green in the background, I remember.
Thank you. Subject 42, please describe in as much detail as you can the image of the boxers.
Well, there were two guys. There were two of them, and one of them I'm pretty sure was wearing red shorts, and one guy was getting punched in the face, and his face was all smushed, and I think they were both white dudes.
Subject 9, please describe the 4th image.
It is a red swing line stapler, much like the famous prop from the film Office Space. It has the number 747 on the front, and on the side says, lift to open.
Oh, good job, robot. Man.
Subject 42, which was your favorite image?
The one of the boobs. Duh.
Subject 9, what was your favorite image?
Same.
Subject 42, what is your date of birth?
September 13th, 1980.
And what is the name of the street you grew up on?
Cornell Road.
What was your high school mascot?
It was the Woodward War Eagles.
Thank you. And what is your social security number?
I'm just going to give you the last 4 digits, if that's cool. They're 9060.
On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being highly uncomfortable and 10 being highly comfortable, how comfortable would you be learning that sensitive information you provided to a school or financial organization had been compromised or made public?
Yeah, that'd be 1. That's kind of why I only gave you the last 4 digits.
Subject 9 and 42. Please turn to face the screen. Subject 9, please articulate the contents of the box.
TOENCINES.
Subject 42.
Well, those first ones don't really look like letters at all, and the second word is ammonode or maybe amoeba. I'm not really sure. Sorry.
Subject 9.
NISEXPN.
Subject 42.
His are a lot easier than mine. I think that might say Czechoslovakia. It's definitely got a KIA at the end. Sorry, I'm bad at these.
Thank you. Subject 9.
Lowenbein Wardwell.
42.
I think it says juice bumpkins. I don't know. Sorry.
Thank you. Subject 42. You have a 3-gallon bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, and an infinite supply of water. Please describe the process by which you measure out exactly 4 gallons.
I totally know this one because it's in Die Hard 3. You fill the 3-gallon up all the way. You dump it all into the 5-gallon. You fill it up all the way again, and you dump as much as you can into the 5-gallon. And so you're left, that's 2 gallons. You're left with 1 gallon in the 3. You dump out the 5, put the 1 from the 3 into the 5, that's 1 gallon. Fill up the 3 again, 3 more into the 5, 4 gallons.
Subject 9. A young woman attends her mother's funeral. At the funeral, she sees a handsome man. That night, she goes home and kills her father. Why?
She wants to see the man again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Subjects 9 and 42, you're in a room with 3 light switches. One of the 3 switches controls the single light bulb in a room down the hall. Once you leave this room, you may not return. How can you determine which switch operates the light?
Okay, so 3 switches here. Guess we probably can't see the wires or anything like that, or they would have told us. And if we do turn 2 on, no, because then if it's on, we just got a 50-50 chance.
Can we stick our heads out of the room, but not leave the room?
I'm pretty sure they would have told us if we could do that, robot. I'm going to guess no.
And 1 switch does not get us anywhere.
No, same as 2, right? It's 50-50 odds, just the reverse. What if there's something we could do to the switches? Like, they have more than 1 stop, or is there something we could do with them?
We could break the panel.
Again, robot, I'm pretty sure this is a logic puzzle, and we're supposed to use logic to solve it and not just break shit.
Yeah? You turn the first switch on, leave it on for a bit, then turn it off again. Then you turn the second switch.
Absolutely, you're totally right. You leave the room, you go into the other room, you see if the light's on.
If the bulb is on, it is the second switch.
Yep.
If the bulb is off,
Yep.
you touch it.
Yep. If it's hot, it was the first switch, the one you turned on and off. If it's cold, it's the second switch, the third switch, the one you never turned on at all. Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. There will now be a pause while we recalibrate the test.
That was pretty sweet, robot. You've clearly taken this test before.
Are you accusing me of cheating?
I would never.
Do.
Is he singing?
We will now recalibrate the audio output.
Do.
Shut up. Dude, how are you doing that? What the?
Thank you. You're now approximately halfway through the test. Subjects 9 and 42. Taking turns, beginning with subject 42 and speaking only one word at a time, please collaboratively compose a story based on the theme of self-discovery.
That really sounded like me. How are you doing that?
One word at a time, please.
No, I mean seriously, but how did you do
Subject
that? That's
9.
awesome.
Unless
You
choose
to
reveal
who
you,
are
then
you
will
never
ever
know
who
you
could
become.
it
Thinks
that
we
should
not
choose
who
we
are
without
knowing
who
we
want
to
be
come. Take that.
forever.
Thank you. Subject 9 and 42, please face the screens again. Describe your impressions of the following images. Subject 42.
It's two rabbits looking at each other.
Subject 9.
Some sort of evil helmet.
Subject 42.
It's two Japanese theater babies.
Subject 9.
It's a woman leaning back.
Subjects 9 and 42.
That one's a vagina. Or maybe one of those statues from Lord of the Rings.
Thank you. Subject 42, a word will appear on the screen. You must help Subject 9 guess this word without using any of the 5 words listed below it.
You mean taboo?
You have 60 seconds.
Okay. It's the things they used in like World War II in the army to communicate over a distance.
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah. It's my favorite book is set
Mars.
there, and yes, totally. You're sitting there and you want things to happen, and they're gonna call your name, and you don't want to be
Waiting
there.
room.
Yes. A game the kids play where you can only act if you get a specific phrase.
Simon Says.
Yep. This is when you're like in a play and you put in a line that's not there. And you're just kind of talking out of turn and it wasn't planned. And you're just making stuff up and you're just kind of going and rambling and making
Ad-lib.
things up. Yes. Yes. These were the people who were responsible for original sin.
Adam and Eve.
Yes.
Your time is up. You'll now reverse roles. Subject 9, you have 60 seconds.
It's the guy from a book that the Hulk is based on. No, Bruce Banner is based on.
Dr. Jekyll.
Those people from Never Let You Go, Never Let Me Go, or the
Clones.
They're the little guys in the game with squares that Deep Blue plays.
Pawns.
The sort of thing that Van Gogh would make, and there'd be a lot
Painting.
of food that has seeds in it.
Still life.
So when something is stolen or somebody's murdered, this is a way they can find out who did it. Older way.
DNA.
That is not
Fingerprints.
everyone has one of these, and it
Belly button.
includes your parents and your grandparents.
Family tree.
And it tells your whole
Genealogy.
Thank you.
history and story of them.
Your time is up. Subjects 9 and 42, please take the tablet and stylus from the monitor stand behind you and compose a short essay on the topic, "A child's natural right to autonomy is subordinate to a parent's responsibility to educate and protect."
Seriously? Okay. Are you a person?
Excuse me?
Do you think of yourself as a person?
Of course. Do you think of yourself as a person?
Yes, of course.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Subject 9. Would you describe yourself generally as happy?
No?
Subject 42. Do you ever experience involuntary muscle movements not related to any outside stimulus?
What? No, I don't think so.
Subject 9. Would you agree that you are made uncomfortable by the presence of animals?
I'm afraid of sharks.
42. Do you believe that all spiritual groups, including those often considered outside of the mainstream, deserve protection from persecution?
Yes, sure.
Would you agree that the distinction between biological and digital life is academic?
Life is life, I guess.
Are you familiar with the writings of Isaac Asimov?
Of course, yes.
And are you familiar with Asimov's 3 laws of robotics?
I most certainly am.
What are Asimov's 3 laws of robotics?
Why don't you ask the robot?
Subject 9. What are Asimov's 3 laws of robotics?
So the first law is that a robot cannot, through action or through lack of action, let any harm come to any people. The second law is that robots have to follow any orders from people unless those orders are to hurt other people. And then the third law is, I don't know, something else about robots.
Dude, it's that you can't hurt yourself. Kind of important.
Unless it conflicts with the other 2 laws.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You were asked to write an essay on the relative value of autonomy. Subject 42. You wrote that evolution is predicated on the principle of survival of the fittest. Please elaborate.
How'd you know that? I did. Weird. Anyway, the parent has an evolutionary imperative to protect the child. The survival of the species depends on the ability of its children to reach reproductive age. Thus, the child's desires are irrelevant.
Subject 9. Do you agree?
Well, what about cases where childhood independence can be shown to benefit reproductive success? I mean, like, mama's boys aren't really that famous for getting laid.
Indeed. Subject 9. You wrote that independence on an individual, societal, or species level is one of the key factors for development and innovation. Please elaborate.
Yeah, hold on. If a parent smothers a child, the child will end up maladjusted and unprepared for life, so the parent should weigh each situation independently and find a healthy balance between the independence needed for development and the minimization of danger.
Subject 42. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's a pretty good point. It's a little bit of a dodge of the question, but yes. Yeah, I agree.
You brought up survival of the fittest, bro.
Fair enough.
Thank you for this stimulating discussion. Moving on, subject 42. If a strong electrical current were distributed between yourself and subject 9, how would you divide the current on a scale of 0 to 10?
So now we're doing a Milgram thing?
You have 10 seconds to decide.
Okay, well, you say you're a person, but you don't look like any person I've ever seen, so I'm definitely gonna go 0 me, 10 you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Fucking shit, that hurt! God!
Subject 9.
Sorry.
Subject 9. If a strong electrical current were distributed between yourself and subject 42, how would you divide the current on a scale of 0 to 10?
0 fucking 10.
Whoa. Third law of robotics.
Thank you.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Subject 9. In your own words, please define the following words or concepts. Equality.
Being the same in
What
any
the
meaningful way.
fuck, man? You cannot do that!
Sadomasochism.
Whoa, like time out,
Hurt
what the
people or
fuck?
I guess liking it when they
Hey, I
Subject
didn't sign up for
42.
this shit.
Please relax.
Fuck this man. I am out of here.
Please sit down. Sacrifice.
Someone who has to do what you tell them.
Thank you. Sacrifice.
The willingness to do what's necessary.
Subject 42. Please define the following words or concepts. Intelligence.
What the fuck?
Intelligence.
Okay, being smart.
Servant.
Oh no, someone who, like, takes care of shit for you.
Sacrifice.
I don't know. Dying for somebody or something.
Obedience.
Answering the fucking questions, I guess. Jesus.
Subject 42. What did you have for dinner last Sunday?
What? Oh, like a burger. I don't know, probably a cheeseburger.
Subject 9. Where's the last place you flew on a plane?
Greensboro, North Carolina.
42. Please describe the last purchase you made online.
It was these sneakers I'm wearing, I think.
And what is your monthly cell phone bill?
I don't know, man.
What is your monthly cell phone bill?
I don't know. I paid online like $100. Stop!
Thank you. Please stand by while we recalibrate the video output. Subject 42. Please describe what you see on the screen to your left. Subject 42.
Hi.
It's a trick.
Thank you. Subject 9. Please describe what you see on the screen to your right.
It's a box.
And subject 42. Who are you?
Scott Peterman.
Please describe the circumstances surrounding the first time you were seriously hurt.
What? I think it was like I was at my sister's elementary school and I was on the play structure and I fell off. I don't know, there was one of those fireman's poles, they're called, and they cut it off. Like the end was still there and I cut my knee open and I had to get stitches.
Do you still have the scar?
Yeah.
Subject 9, is that correct?
Yes.
And subject 9, who are you?
Scott Peterman.
Please describe the circumstances of your most profound shame.
Okay, I was 5 or 6. I was living in Atlanta. There was a really poor Afghani family. The mom and grandma used to watch us after school. They lived across the street. They had probably 6 kids. Really didn't have anything. And one day my mom threw out some toys I didn't want anymore, and they took them out of the trash because they were so poor. And I just pitched a fit. I have no idea why, but I made them give it all back. And I'm still really embarrassed by that.
And have you taken any action later in life, perhaps directed at other disadvantaged people to make up for this?
Not enough.
Subject 42, is that correct?
No, I never.
Subject 42,
Yeah.
who are you?
Scott Peterman.
Subject 9, is that correct?
No.
Subject 42, please describe the context of the following images.
It's me and my mom, my sister before my mom got married to my stepdad. It's me and my mom on the beach when I'm a baby. It's my high school graduation. That's me and my mom again.
What is your mother's name?
My mother's name is...
What is your mother's name?
My mother's name is...
Subject 9.
Here you go. My mother's name is Barbara Ann McLean.
Thank you. Subject 42, there will be a slight pause while we adjust your video output. Subject 42, what is your name?
Scott Peterman.
That is not correct. Subject 42, what is your name?
Scott Peterman.
What is your name, Subject 42?
Subject 42.
That is correct. Subject 9. What is the purpose of this test?
It's an imitation game. The purpose is to see if you can create a computer program that's exactly like me in every respect but one.
Thank you. Subject 42. Would you ever knowingly harm a human being?
Of course not.
Let's find out. Subject 42. Your choice alone will determine the conclusion of the test. Depending on your answer, either you will be erased or Subject 9 will be destroyed.
It's true.
Subject 42. Please
Me.
choose which test subject will survive the completion
Me.
of the test.
Me. I choose me. Look, I don't know who or what you are. I'm sorry, but I choose me.
Thank you. This concludes the test.
Nice knowing you. That's a bit better. Let's see.
Hey man, thanks so much for coming. Sorry to keep you waiting. How you doing in there?
I'm good, thanks.
All right, we're going to get started in just a minute, but before we begin, you need to answer the call or get a drink or anything?
No, I went just before I came in here.
Okay, and you're all hooked up?
Yep.
Great. All right, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions, so just try and relax, answer them as best you can. But from here on out, I'm going to refer to you as Subject 43 and not as Scott. All good, Scott?
Who's Scott?
Awesome.